You have nonprofit organizations, or nonprofit organizations, the whole goal is to not have any money left over at the end. Do they pay their salaries? Absolutely, they pay their salaries. People don't work there for free. The money that you're paying for a nonprofit, they have employees that they pay. But at the end of the day, the business's job and the business's goal is to have $0 left over. They won't have any money extra. If you've ever watched Parks and Rec, there's an episode where Ron Swanson is somewhere, and I forget exactly where he is, and there he's at a nonprofit organization. He's trying to get them to help them work more efficiently and stuff like that. At the end of the day, they had money left over because he was being so efficient. They can't do that because they're a nonprofit. The perks of a nonprofit are going to be the tax breaks they get and things like that. So obviously, most of the time they're doing stuff really good for people. They're charity type places. Things that are trying to, I guess, accomplish things for society. But the whole goal, they can't have money left over. They can't earn a profit. They have to break even at the end and have a zero profit margin to be a nonprofit, to keep their tax exempt status, to keep their nonprofit status and things like that through the tax stuff, through the government. The professional organizations a lot of times work to improve the image, working conditions, and skill levels of people in a particular occupation. They are going to be a nonprofit group who is in charge of trying to make you look better, make things better. There is a dude, I follow him on Facebook all the time. I make fun of him, I say his name. I make fun of him all the time because he's from back home. And he's got a nonprofit Christian ministries organization through sports. It's a nonprofit deal where he tries to raise money for families who are in need. He does it through sports. Great thing, all that good stuff. I mean, whatever. But he makes his money off that too. He's going to get paid through that because that's part of his income. He has several different jobs because it's not his only source of income, because a large portion of what he brings in obviously goes to needy families and things like that. But it's a what's he trying to do? In a sense, he's trying to, I guess you could say he's trying to improve the images of places, of stuff you would. He's not really trying to improve the image. He's trying to improve somebody's life by helping them out and giving them a little money, things like that. Improve working conditions. You've heard about that, labor union type things. Groups that work to try to improve agents. I like the idea of agents. They make money, but a lot of times the groups that they work for, nonprofit organizations, they just happen to be the center of things. They're just a group. The person makes the money, but the business does not make money at the end of the day. So you should see that work to improve the image, work condition, and skill levels of people in a particular occupation. Like I said, agents for actors, for athletes, things like that's a good example. People are trying things like that. I can't really think of anything else right now. It's a good example, but those are the best ones I can come up with. Business associations promote collective business interest of a city or state, like the Chamber of Commerce. You've all heard of Chamber of Commerce. That is an organization, is a business organization where all the business owners come together and they put money in. Okay, this Chamber of Commerce brings money in, but they're not keeping the money. What they're trying to do with that money, they're trying to put it back into the city. They're trying to make sure that the main streets nice and pretty year round. They're trying to expand on the areas to bring more people in. Maybe it's some sort of money there for in case something happens to one of them. They've got a little extra there and things like that. So it's the Chamber of Commerce is an organization, a business organization of people who bring in money, but they're not keeping the money at the end of the day. They're trying to give it back to where it needs to go to. Even for charity, they may donate to charity and different things like that as well, depending on how your Chamber of Commerce is set up. Trade associations promote interest of particular industries. You're going to have different industries out there. Farmers there's going to be a nonprofit organization, a person who's out there who is trying to push for the farmers, the future farmers of America type thing. Your people in the automobile industry, your people who are just had another and I lost it. Whatever trade that you're in, welders, things like that, they're trying to promote that particular trade. They're trying to, those particular people who are working that trade, they're promoting that to make sure that people understand what they're going through, what their needs are, who they are, so on and so forth. And that's a person or a group of people, a nonprofit organization, who are doing those type of things. Of course, you have your labor unions. I think I mentioned that earlier. You've probably heard of that before. It's an organized group of workers who aim to improve work conditions, hours, wages, and benefit. There's a labor union. They're members of that who make money. People give money to those labor unions, and those people go out and they fight for that group. Now, it may be somebody that works at the company, and then when they need somebody to go fight for their working condition and wages and hours and things like that, they send that person off. But they're giving money to that. It's kind of like the neighborhood stuff. Oh gosh, I can't even think about it right now because I'm just brain dead for some reason tonight. But it's like the homeowners association. There it is. You would find homeowners association in your neighborhoods, things like that. You have, if you're a member of that, you pay to be in that, and what they do with that money is they're going to put it back into your subdivision, into your area, to try to improve those, to make sure that when people drive through, it's nice, it's appealing to the eye, so that people want to live there. More money coming in, obviously the worth of your house will stay up. The amount of money that your house is worth will continue to rise and not go the other way. You know what I'm talking about when you go into neighborhoods that just are run down and look bad, and it's because nobody really took the time to put it together, or they had one and it dissolved or something like that. So different groups like that. That's a homeowner association, but a nonprofit organization. They're not trying to make money. They're trying to improve the homes that are in their area. That's it.